College campuses can be confusing enough, but what if you had to navigate through one while in a wheelchair, having to find alternative entrances and hidden elevators in the process? This is the case for people all across the world. Even small colleges such as the college at Brockport can prove to be nearly inaccessible to those with disabilities. Recently, the attention of this discrimination has grown, and the main investigator at Brockport is the college's own student-run club, B.A.D.
Yeah, so what B.A.D is, it's Brockport Advocates for Individuals with Disabilities. It's been around for about 5 years now, and it's an awesome organization. Our goal, our mission is to create an inclusive environment and break down stereotypes. And that starts with accessibility, creating an accessible campus from a physical standpoint, and making sure that everything is universal. So no matter what your abilities or your disabilities are, you can do anything.
The root of Accordino's and B.A.D's mission is the fight to end ableism. But what exactly is ableism?
When you see the stairs to a main entrance, that there's only stairs, there's not a ramp that's there. That's ableism. It's separating individual disabilities from their friends. It's a real thing on this campus. It's a real thing in all over the world, and it's unfortunate that it happens. But that's kind of what it is. Think of it as segregation. It's separate but equal. When you see stairs next to a ramp and they're both the same, slope, that's ableism. So, you're telling your friends to go directly to the entrance, but if you're in a wheelchair or in need to use a gradual decline, you have to go 10 feet to the left or 10 feet to the right away from your friends.
Discrimination in favor of able-bodied people takes many forms, including faculty not providing the right accommodations for those in need, making it difficult for these students to receive their academic education as well. Which leads to the question, is the college at Brockport really all that accessible?
By law, it's accessible, but there's this new concept called universal design, and it's basically making everything accessible. To focus on physical disabilities, that every entrance will have a push button, stuff like that. That every classroom you can get around, whether you are in a wheelchair or even like every video you see in class will have subtitles. Everything will be right there. Every event will have an interpreter. Stuff like that. It's universal design. It's an awesome concept.
B.A.D has recently implemented a SUNY-wide proposal stating that student governments are held responsible for making sure that they represent all of their students.
Our student government's been awesome. They're actually the ones who brought up the proposal for SUNY SA to me, so it was a great opportunity for that to happen. In the past years, they haven't been that open to working with us, but recently, over the past year and a half or so, they've been all over. I mean, they've gotten in wheelchairs, they've performed the assessments with us, they've come to our meetings. They're trying to learn, and they've done a lot.
As a growing club that is passionate about change, B.A.D has their work cut out for them.
We want to create a universally accessible campus. We want every single entrance to have a push button. We want every class to have subtitles. We want every professor to be able to adapt their courses.
Why did this group of students start this movement, though? How did something as good as B.A.D come to be?
So this all kind of started 5 years ago. When the club started, it was Jerry Flores. She had a disability. She was in a wheelchair, and she kind of saw the need that she was not being represented on this campus. She was the poster child for disabilities. So when she came on this campus and found out that she wasn't getting accepted, she started this organization, and we kind of just built off that legacy. When she was graduating, she appointed me as president, and everything just kind of fell into place. So while I was becoming friends with Jerry and learning about her story and her life, I was also taking a class where you do it for an hour and a half. You interact with individuals with disabilities in a recreational setting, and that really hit home to me. So I can still be empathetic about it and learn about their situations and be able to be active about it.
No fight is effective if done alone. Brockport Advocates for Individuals with Disabilities and legislations can only do so much. Nope.
I mean, just, be proactive. I mean, if you notice something that's broken on campus, you notice that, there's an entrance that only has a set of stairs, no ramp, or your professor's not using subtitles, and you know that there's someone who's deaf or deafblind, something like that, then just, bring that knowledge up. I mean, talk to the professor. If you see a door that's broken, almost all the doors that have the push buttons or are the electronic doors, accessible doors, they have a sticker that says door not working, and it has the facilities number. It's easy to focus on physical disabilities, but invisible disabilities exist too. And that's something that truly needs to be addressed on this campus as well.